Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In my last videos, we talked about the 189, 190 and 491 visas. These are the ones you'll need if you're aiming to get permanent resident status in Australia. We also went over the documents you need to submit with your application. All three of these visas are point tested, which basically means that you need to meet a certain points threshold to be considered. So the more points you have, the better your chances, as applicants with higher points are given priority. But what happens if you don't meet the required points? Or maybe you're over 45 years old. Now age is one of the criteria that can give you up to 25 points. So if you're over 45, you're likely missing out on those points. It's a good idea to check out the DHA's points calculator to see where you stand. In this video, I'll share more about another type of visa that you can apply for. So what if you don't meet the points criteria or you're over 45? Don't worry, there are still options. If you have a specific skill set that's in demand in Australia, you can apply for the Temporary Skills Shortage or TSS visa, also known as the 482 visa. The 482 visa has three streams: the short-term stream, the medium-term stream, and the labour agreement stream. To be eligible for any of these, you'll need to be nominated for a skill position by an approved sponsor, have the right skills for the job, and meet the English language requirements. For the short-term stream, it's basically for companies that can't find skilled workers in Australia and need to bring in talent from overseas. With this visa, you can stay for up to 2 years or 4 years if an international trade obligation applies. If you're holding a Hong Kong passport, you can stay up to 5 years. The cost for the short-term stream visa is around 1,500 Australian dollars. The medium-term stream is pretty similar, but it allows you to stay up to 4 years. 5 years for Hong Kong passport holders. Now this stream costs a bit more at around 3,115 Australian dollars, which is still more affordable than 2 short-term stream visas. I won't dive deep into the labour agreement stream right now, but in short, it requires a labour agreement between the Australian government and employers. If you're thinking of bringing a family with you to Australia while you work, you can apply for the subsequent entrant visa. This visa is for family members of subclass 457 and 482 visa holders. It costs around 1,500 Australian dollars per person and allows them to stay as long as your visa is valid. As with all visa applications, make sure to check the visa processing times so you can plan accordingly. Another important thing to check is if your skill is on the skilled occupation list. Now this list changes from time to time, so make sure to look up the most up-to-date information on the DHA's website. Just to give you an idea, here are a few skills that are in demand as of August 2024. Australia is currently facing a housing crisis, with demand far outstripping supply. So there's a big need for people in the housing industry, like architects, bricklayers, carpenters, and electricians. Another industry really feeling the pinch is education. Schools are struggling to find enough teachers, so there's a high demand for early childhood, primary, middle, and secondary school teachers. I've heard of a few schools here in Melbourne that are actively recruiting teachers from Singapore. You might be wondering why there's a shortage. Well, that's a story for another day. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to stay updated with all the latest info. If you found this video helpful, or if you know someone who might benefit from this information, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others so we can reach a wider audience. And don't forget to subscribe to help me grow this channel. Thank you for watching, and may your journey be smooth sailing.